Thank you so much for attending my presentation on why Clodsire is the goodest boy, and first let's take a look at its stats. At first glance, they honestly seem pretty bad. That base stat total of 430 is really low for a fully evolved Pokemon, landing below stuff like Vigoroth, Masquerain, and base form Palafin, but upon closer inspection, they're actually alright. Its very low speed and special attack stats don't actually mean that much. Clodsire is a defensive Pokemon, it doesn't need them to do well. 130, 60, 100 bulk isn't crazy, but lets it take special attacks extremely well, and with investment can also be tough physically. But there's a lot of Pokemon with subpar stats. What sets Clodsire apart? Well, essentially everything else it gets is very good. Clodsire has two complementary abilities, Unaware and Water Absorb. Unaware makes its bulk even better, as Cloud ignores opponent's stat boost completely. Water Absorb nullifies one of Clodsire's worst weaknesses in water and even heals up by 25% when hit by one. Playing around each in-game can be very difficult. Clodsire likes running both, and its checks change drastically depending on which one it has. For example, a Clodsire switching into Goldengo is at Nasty Plots creates a pseudo 50-50 situation. If they stand and throw off a Make It Rain into Unaware, Clodsire takes it with ease and fires back for upwards of 50% with an Earthquake, but of course, they could just be bluffing and really be carrying Water Absorb. Before you know what ability it has, Clodsire can threaten a very large portion of the metagame, and even afterwards it's difficult to deal with. Clodsire has access to Toxic, Instant Recovery, and a plethora of hazards, crippling opposing teams before they can even throw out an attack and keeping itself alive for longer. At the beginning of Scarlet and Violet, Clodsire is one of the best Pokemon in both balance and stall teams. With absurd boosting threats like a Spothart and Volcarona running around, it was one of the few mons that could actually take them on. While Dondozo and Skeledirge were in the tier, two other popular Unaware Pokemon, Clodsire's unique access to Toxic and hazards gave it a role. Now with the new DLC, Clodsire's Temino came to a close, but it still at least got something to do. Clodsire began running Water Absorb more than Unaware to stay relevant, notably switching into Ogerpon Wellspring's Deadly Ivy Cudgels. In VGC, it's very niche, but can still fulfill roles as a special wall while checking Urshifu Rapid. Trust me on this one, it's fucking awesome. That's actually all I have to say about Clodsire, but since it's my favorite Pokemon and it's so cute, please enjoy the next few slides of Clodsire propaganda. In conclusion, Clodsire is perfect in every way, even though it's not competitively amazing anymore. If your favorites aren't exactly viable, don't let anyone tell you that you can't have fun using them, but also don't get mad when your Ariados team goes 0-15 in the ladder. Sometimes your favorites just aren't that good, and that's okay. Thank you so much for watching.